My name is Keshwani. That's K-E-S-H-W-A-N-I, Keshwani. I have been solving math problems for GMAT out of this book here, the GMAT Review, the official guide, 11th edition. If you do not own this book already, purchase one immediately. You will need it in order to follow my work and in order to prepare for the GMAT. This is where you will find the real exam. This is where you will find the real stuff. Don't waste your time and money practicing on the fake things that is on the market. That's what you want to buy. Anyway, the problem that I'm about to solve is the one that you will find on page number 174, problem solving, number 162. Let's take a look at it. At first, this problem may seem very daunting, very overwhelming, but it's not. We'll chop it up, we'll take it a piece by piece, and we'll get where we need to go in a few minutes. Let me first write down the problem. There you go. That's what they want us to find. So let's get going. As I said, we'll chop it down in pieces, bit by bit, and we'll see where we go with it. The very first thing I'm going to figure out is this part right here. So let's do it here. 2 plus 1/3, common denominator is 3. And then of course this is 2 over 1. 3 goes into 1 3 times, so this becomes 6 plus 1. And this boils down to 7 over 3. 7 over 3. So I'm going to erase this part and substitute 7 over 3 for it. 7 over 3. Now the question is, what does this boil down to? If you have 1 over 7 over 3, what do you do with it? I hope that you know that when you have a fraction in the denominator, for example, let me give you a simple example, very simple example here. Let's say 20 divided by 10 divided by 5. I know that 10 divided by 5 is 2, and therefore 20 divided by 2 should give me 10. Let's make it a little bit interesting here. Let's make it 20 divided by 4. How do I make it 4? Let's make it, this is too much repeating here. Let's make it 200. So this bottom part is 2, and therefore 200 divided by 2 is 100. I know that. Let's find out how we solve it. To solve this thing, one takes the top part, the numerator, and one is to multiply this thing, but the reciprocal of the denominator. You take your denominator and you flip it. It becomes 5 over 10. And that's what it is. Let's see what it boils down to. It better boil down to 100, because we know that 100 is the answer, because 10 divided by 5 is 2, 200 divided by 2 is 100, that better be 100. Well, this cancels out, so there you go, oh there you go, that's it. 20 times 5 is 100. So that's what it is. So we're going to do the same thing here. 1 over 7 over 3, when you flip it, it basically becomes 1 times 3 over 7. But of course this 1 plays no role into it, so it's just 3 over 7. So I can replace this thing with 3 over 7. So this was the first part. This was the second part. I don't need this thing now. This was just an example. Let's do third step. Step number 3 is to figure out this part here. Right here. 1 plus 3 over 7. Let's do it together again. The common denominator here would be 7. This is just 1 over 1. So 7 goes into 1 7 times. Multiply with the top number by 7. So you get 7 here. And this is just 3. And that boils out to 10 over 7. So that's what I'm going to do now here. I'm going to replace all of this by 10 over 7. You see how we are doing step by step? And that's it, we are done. And then of course, this is simply 1 time 7 over 10, which of course boils down to just 7 over 10, that's all. Because 1 times plays no role into it. This is your answer, 7 over 10. That's it, we are done. The answer is B. The answer is B. That's all. The idea here is to do it step by step. Don't try to solve this entire thing into one shot. Otherwise it gets quite cumbersome you're more likely to make mistakes, and it becomes very daunting. This is nothing. I've seen actually stuff mumbo jumbo that is even more complicated than that in the GMAT. You just take it step by step. They're not that bad. They're very simple, very straightforward. You will never have to do any cumbersome calculation unless you made a mistake. That's your cue. When you start doing some nasty calculations, multiplying and dividing, that's when you know that either you're making a mistake or you're not looking at it in a straightforward way. There has to be a straightforward way of solving it. That's all it is. Don't do decimal, for crying out loud. Don't ever start converting into decimal things. That will make your life even more miserable. Many, many times miserable. Just keep it simple. That's all it is. I hope you found this helpful. Listen, if you wish to purchase my DVDs in which I show you the solutions to all the math problems, or if you wish to hire me for personal private tutoring, in either case, go to my website at www.prep4gmat.com. I always spell out the 4, F-O-R. People wonder why. Because there is another gentleman who, when I bought this domain name, I did not have the forethought to also buy prep numeral 4 and then GMAT. I didn't have the forethought to buy that domain name, and somebody else has that, and of course if you punch that in, you're going to go someplace else. And I'd rather that you come to me. Also, if you wish to get the notification as soon as they upload a new video, if you wish to be notified about that, subscribe to my channel. Go to YouTube and subscribe to my channel, and YouTube will send you a notification every time I upload a new video. Alright? Thank you.